I like it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Crystal Clear Curls. I am Crystal. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all things natural hair. Today I'm going to be doing a braid and curl, but kind of the quick one. I don't want to do a real small braids or anything. I just want to do a really quick style. And today I am using, bear with me while I try to roll my R, Rizos curls is what we're using today, and they have a curl defining mousse, and its main ingredients are cactus flower extract, maracuja oil, and red algae. No sulfate silicones, no parabens. So I'm excited about doing this. I'm hoping that it will dry pretty quickly. And I'm going to roll my ends with the orange flexirods. So let's get started. So I'm going to do about 3 per section. So I'm just going to make sure that my hair is thoroughly detangled. I do have a little bit of leave-in in my hair. And let's see how it works. Oh, it shot past my hand. Okay, definitely used too much. Definitely used too much. I literally could have did this whole section with what's in my hand. So we ain't wasting no product, so we can just gonna go ahead and apply it. And I mean, you really only need a little bit. Cause I did what, 3, maybe 4 pumps. So let's just look at the curl definition, that if I wanted to do a wash and go, could I? It's looking pretty good for clumping curls. So I'm not doing much on the ends to be rotted, but enough. So I'm going to start by laying my ends on there. And I'm going to do it in the corkscrew manner. And I'm just going to brush through the ends one more time. Try to get those as flat as possible. Two down. So the mousse is definitely lightweight, but it works. Like I said, you can see the clumping that it's doing. I would much rather detangle my hair before I put the mousse on, but I forgot about that when I added that mousse to the other section. So if you're ever looking for like a quick style to do, this is one of them. Very quick. where you just do 12 braids. Now don't get me wrong, because the braids are a little bigger, it is going to take a little longer to dry just because it has to dry even down within the braid. So it's going to take a little longer than it would if I did it smaller. But as far as styling, like putting them in your hair, it takes no time. You see I finished those 3 just that quick. I just got 9 more to go. Perfect style. Yeah, I'll be back. So that didn't take long at all. Like I said, 12 braids, 12 rods. I'm just going to turn around and let you kind of see front and back. Rizos Curl Defining Mousse it's a very lightweight mousse. Even though I was getting curl definition, I'm not quite sure that I would be able to do a mousse only wash and go with this, but I definitely could use it as a topper or even underneath a gel. I just don't think I would be able to use it alone, more because my hair is, I think this is for finer textures, where at the back it was doing pretty good, but I don't think it would hold much of a curl for me in my more coarser areas. So it seems to be a pretty good mousse. We'll see. Hopefully, I'm looking for like smoothness, softness. I'm looking for that when it's time to get from up under the dryer. I will likely sleep in these flexirods just to make sure that they are really dry, and then I'll be back on in the morning to take them down and we can see how it looks. Hey guys, so I'm back. Quick story. I had planned on taking my hair down this morning on my way to church, and it wasn't all the way dry. I sat under the dryer for about an hour and then went to sleep in the rollers, and it still wasn't dry. So that's the only downfall about this style for me when I'm doing them so chunky, is that it takes forever to dry. But it's dry now. The only thing that I'm not crazy about is the fact that you can tell where it wasn't dry when I took down my rods, because it kind of got like puffy right in there. You can kind of see there. But I think we're going to be able to make it turn out cute anyway. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my Olaplex number 7 bonding oil on my fingers to help me minimize my frizz. So I want to try to find the end of the braid and go ahead and break those into those 3 pieces. And the thing about this hairstyle is that the takedown, as is with any braid out, is really important. Like, it's really important. So I don't want to rush it, and I don't want to cause any extra frizz that doesn't have to be there. I can tell you for sure my hair feels super duper soft from the mousse. Okay, so that's the first one being taken down. And it wasn't as bad as it could be with the flexirods, sleeping in them, but definitely not what I would prefer. So I think the next time I do anything with like a perm rod or a flexi rod, I'm going to make sure I do it earlier in the day, so that by the time I get ready to go to sleep, I can at least take the rods out. I hate sleeping in them. Let me know know down below how you feel about sleeping in either perm rods or flexirods, but I absolutely hate it. When I say absolutely, I mean absolutely hate it. I'm going to take the rest of them out off camera, and then I'm going to come back when I've totally taken them down, and then we'll see what kind of separating and fluffing we need to do. Okay, so I have taken them all down now. My hair is really, really soft. The only thing about that I'm scared of is how long it'll last, but it's soft. And like the kind of softness that you enjoy in your hair. Not so soft or mushy or anything. It's soft. It's really, really soft. Now for a little bit of separating. And let's pray I don't cause too much frizz. So I'm going in with a little bit more oil on my fingertips. Just, you know, to help. And I'm thinking of just separating once right now. In hopes that it will create as much volume as I feel like I'd like, but not too overpowering. I'm not one for super big hair, and I think, you know, part of that is, you know, I've been a high density girl all my life, so sometimes I'm looking for something to like minimize the volume as opposed to creating a lot of volume, because I know my hair and volume is gonna happen. You know, day 3, I'm gonna be out here and there's nothing I can do about it. So I like to start, you know, a little more condensed, so that I don't have to look like a lion by day 3. Day 3 can look like normal volume. So I'm pretty easily separating my hair. I'm just kind of finding where it wants to separate on its own and going with that. So you can see here, as I pull it, you can see it kind of opened, kind of showed me where it wants to be separated. And I'm trying to keep the integrity of the curl on the end as well. So being really careful with how I separate. I don't want to just pull all willy-nilly. The only thing I really do hate is that I decided to do it straight down the middle. So I'm hoping I can get rid of a super visible middle part all the way down. I hate it. I hate that, but I hope that I can get rid of it with a, you know, little bit of picking. So this is separating once, twice in areas where the parts were pretty big. So this is not separated. This is separated. Now the one thing that really helps with getting that automatic separation, well, it's really 2 things. It's the saturating of the hair. So you have to put enough product on your hair to saturate it so that it can find that clumping. And then the other part is being thoroughly detangled. If you do not detangle your hair before inputting a style like this, you don't get the ease of separation. You'll cause way more frizz than you're expecting to. So sometimes sitting under the dryer with a mousse, sometimes you expect to get a little bit of a cast, even if it's just initial. But I never got a cast with this one, so it is very softening. I would definitely say it is probably geared more towards fine hair, and maybe even looser curls. But as you can see, I'm able to make it work with my hair, which my hair is not super coarse. I have coarser areas than, than the rest of my hair. Like the back of my hair is fine. But once you get towards the middle, it's just a little more coarse. But I would even put it more around medium and not actually coarse. So like I said, I'm able to make it work. I just don't know if you have super coarse and tight curls. I don't know if this mousse would be super enjoyable for you, unless you like paired it with something else. Like I think it could definitely work in a pairing with like a topper gel or something like that, and maybe give you a little more hold. I do like, my hair feels moisturized, and I do like that. Not every mousse will give you that either, so I do like that. So now I have my pick, and I'm just going to try to pick out some of these parts. And I'm just going in and kind of lifting up. Don't want to cause too much frizz to the body of my hair, but just want to pick the roots up some to kind of knock out some of those, some of those parts where you won't see it so separated. Okay, I don't want to cause more frizz on pick more edit on one side than the other. What I'm not sure about tonight is how to sleep with it. So I'm going to think on it a little bit before I decide. And I think I'm going to slick this here and bobby pin to kind of keep it out of my face. But yeah, let me go do that, and then we'll get a little final look at it, and I'll turn around so y'all can see it. So, hold on. Okay, y'all. I'm really feeling this. Like, it looks like a rod set more than a braid and curl. But in places, you can still tell that it's braided some and then not rodded. But the rod section is so full, and I like it. I really like it. I'm so scared about going to sleep with it. So I'm going to have to come back and show y'all how it looks after I decide, how to sleep with it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do just my normal scarf and then pushing everything back routine. I think I will try that for tonight. Just putting my scarf and just kind of pushing everything to the back and then just kind of fluffing it out in the morning. And then if that doesn't seem to work out, then maybe we'll try, I don't know. But now I'm going to just give you a 360 view of how it looks. I love it. This definitely worked out. The thing I like about it, so there are a few things that I look for in a mousse. The type of softness that it is. Now, I'm able to know that this is not for like a hard hold or anything. I wouldn't even call it a medium hold. I would say more of a flexible. I don't know, but somewhere between flexible and medium, because it did hold my hair enough to not make it super puffy. So it does have a little bit of hold on it, but no cast or anything at all. Then another thing that I look for in mousses is whether or not they flake. believe it or not, there are a lot of mousses that flake on you. This one does not. I am flake free. I don't see any particles or anything in the air, so that's good. I like the smell of it. I like the feel of it. Do I wish it was a little bit heavier? Sure, but that's for styles that I like to do, like a mousse only wash and go or something. But I actually think this would do good on like twists, braid outs. I think it would do really good even if your hair is a little more towards the coarse side. I'm enjoying it. I'll be back and hopefully it looks this good in the morning. Okay, so good morning. I just finished getting out of the shower and getting dressed. And one thing I did getting in the shower, because the mousse is so lightweight, I'm really scared to let a lot of moisture, like the steam and stuff from the shower, get to it. So what I did was I put on my Glow by Day shower cap as always, but I also put on my bonnet. And I still have my scarf on from last night, so I really wanted to make sure that that moisture wasn't getting into my hair, and I didn't take it off right away because, of course, the moisture and steam is still in the air even after getting out of the shower. So, let's see what it looks like this morning. Okay, so it looks normal to me for when I'm pushing my things back. Just gonna shake it out first. Okay, so shaking it out did bring it out. Definitely think tying it back with my scarf is the winner as far as how I should sleep at night. So here I am on day 5, and I've just been doing the same routine that I've been doing at night with my Glow by Day satin scarf by tying it back. And as you can see, day 5 hair is really, really holding up. Like, it's frizz on the top, but not really underneath at all. So all I've really been doing is making sure to get some oil, and I put it on my hands and just kind of scrunch it in there, help lay down some of my flyaways at the top, and usually I'm just out the door. And believe it or not, I wore this clean up until day 7, and I love it. This is the end of the video. Please subscribe. See you later.